And we are live. Kuri thayo cio nĩ njenga wa mũthaka nĩ mũmbũi wa mbare ya boo. I'm doing my morning walk. You know what I'm saying? Getting my own expressing my own individuality. That is feeling like I need to take a walk. And what is to take a walk? When you're taking a walk, you are walking from something. Shout out to Greg David. I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. Oh, find a better place. So, walking away. For example, someone used to live in this. So, someone used to live here. This was someone's home. And then they decided to walk away. I'm saying so. So they walked away from their nest. So I'm walking away. Shout out to Greg David. You know, walk here, Jega Mudaka. But you know, Jega Mudaka, I walk on what you call high esoteric clouds, aka though we are walking on the density, on the 3D, on the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, the Negina Tatonia Kagorani, Jega Mudaka is skating. Jagawa Mudaka is floating. Jagawa Mudaka is walking on gold pavements. AKA, metal is the lightest of the metals. Gold. Gold is the lightest of the metals. Gold mines. Listen to that fake, low vibrating energy right there. We have to pass that energy. Woo, that's dense. Now, so, those gold mines, shout out to the Goldman Sachs. They own the world because they are practicing their rituals the hardest. Oh, Aena Gabura. Oh, Diana Gabura. Oh, Aena Gabura. This is Umetaka apple tree. So this is a key apple tree. So this apple key apple can open doors for you in the portals, if you know what I'm saying. Now, woo, and it's all days of the day, the color of the day, which is the sun, your individuality. And then I get to find a key apple. Shout out to Solomon's keys. Shout out to the keys to the bottomless pit. I have the key. Who got the keys to Mabima? Who am I? Jagawa Mudaka. Now back to the video. Higher. So when you're expressing your day, gold mines. So that's the allegory when they say that you'll be walking on golden streets. But you, in your dummy head, because of handed down wisdom or knowledge written in books, by people who got the wrong interpretation of that, which is nothing more but an internal ritual that you do with yourself every day. AKA, sometimes you need to walk on gold, you need to walk on streets of gold to be seen a certain way. So you need to fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Walk it like a talk it. Walk it like a talk. So you are faking it till you're making it. On the golden floors, aka you have doors opening for you. Suicide doors. Shout out to all the musicians. Hey, you have doors opening all the way. You are the Pope. You sit on a golden throne that is even physical. So for you to manifest gold, okay, in the physical, shout out to Sundae. So you have to know how to practice that ritual. Okay? But remember, everything is in reverse. Okay? Meaning, this world is about death. That is why we have decay. You can see something withering, drying, then dying. Okay? Transformation. So it's the physical. This is the realm whereby you can go what you call death in the physical form, in your animalistic forms of existence, aka your Sheol, your hell, Ni thayo. Haya. So you are in hell, basically. But you can create your own little heaven down here. And the way to be happy is to make someone happy and to have a little heaven down here. Buju Banton, whatever they say at the end, that's their own. You have to understand that words are powerful. Words carry signatures and energy. So, Jagawa Mudhaka, my words are not from this world, aka, these are high, esoteric vibes that have their own power. So I cannot just take all that power, aka give my power away to a name that I have not agreed to the terms and conditions to. So I'm not calling on that name. But you know the name I'm talking about. So you have to learn how to create your own golden thing out here. The song is telling you is to make someone else happy and to have a little heaven down here. This is the only place you can have a heaven, aka this is the only physical realm you can be where you can experience heaven in your physical shape. That is why, okay, when you go and you have sex and you explode, you experience your little heaven. The heaven come. Aria turari na osani nitwaririe kirira gia kindu gigwitwo thou, thy, thou, thee. Nimamenyire uguo ni kuga atia. Na hau niho harutirwo voi riria mugaga ayo u no Mugikuyu ndaciugaga uguo, Mugikuyu ni aciugaga uria ciagirire. Na ciao ni kuga tha, the, thee, tho, we. You get it? The frequency, not the actual vowels that you create. Ni thou, we. Okay? Because you have to send it we away for it to rise. We, east, irathiro, ayo, we, ayo, u, okay? No, amuthungu ni ayo, u. Now, u ni under the horizon. So there's no way you can raise I because it's already a u. Below, thou, thou, thee, thee, e, ow, o, ouch. Haya. So now, we need a little sunshine. You can have some little sunshine. Why not? It's on a Sunday. So, you know what plant that is? You know what that is? You have to understand what is this yellow flowers. Okay? All the way to the family of the dandelions. Shout out to dandelions. So now, where are we? Ndoka the mono. No, now plant now very dense. So, though I may need to do a little alchemy on the energy that plant is experiencing or pushing out, it has to bring me down to the density a little bit. Because remember, it cannot move. Plants don't move, okay? They are very stationary. Where that spirit of the plant has chosen is a very stationary place. Okay? So by that default alone, though the tree may have the energy that you may want to use, because you're supposed to use everything, even the way you use food. Mahutire ukaria mboco ri na ukaria mathukuma na matharu na indo icio ingĩ ri cigakwe hinya no kagwetaria spinach wone ukihana papai ukoragwo ukiaria horo wake ukoragwo ukiaria horo wa alchemy that spinach when you eat it is gonna make you strong. It's not the spinach, it's the ritual you are practicing in spiritually. So you are doing this in the spiritual world. You know that there's some, because this is the most physical world you can be, the 3D. But spiritually, you know that to experience that vitamin D is not even a vitamin D. Fuck NASA and all their fake programs, but they give these things names depending on how they act on you. So if something makes, if they find that you have a harder bone than Kamau, when they break your bone, when they're in their lab and they see you have harder bones than Kamau, they know that to have a harder bone, they can call it calcium. So how do they know? So they look at the bones of Kamau, they are harder. They leave the bones of Kamau and they go to see where does Kamau live. When they go to see where Kamau lives, they look at what Kamau eats. Kamau eats spinach every day. They are doing a study. Kamau eats spinach every day. So spinach must be making Kamau's bones harder. So they go to their place, they take 2 people and feed one on, this is how, or that how they do the experiment. They feed 2 people on spinach. 2 people, 2 children. So as the children grow, after one being fed on spinach and the other one, they kill them. They take their bones. So they smash the bone. Is this bone harder than this one? No, they are the same density. Hey, let's go back to look at Kamau. Who tells us Kamau eating? Oh, Kamau eating cassava. Is cassava like relative to you? No, of course it's not relative to what do they do. So they go back to their land. Okay? They look for 2 people. Feed one cassava. AKA, I'm trying to show you how they do lab experiments. It's all alchemy. Okay? Now, then they give it name. Of course, the man, mundu mugosi okire na ugosi wothe akaheo ritwa. Agetwo CGH, Professor McMuga went to Oxford from this family, all that drama. So they get the awards, they get the Nobel Peace Prizes. But they are not doing anything better than you. It's just that you are doing things their way. Na wewe na mwana waku. No, do also we serious for your own self. Do also we serious. So what is it that you are calling a laboratory experiment? So what could that mean? Because for you, they have made you think that they have all the tools. And how do you do this? You can convince anyone, anything. You can convince anyone that you are better than them if you have the resources. What is the resources? The money. Shout out to the motto. That's a message on its own. And relentless to the end. So what is that energy? That energy is a medium of exchange. Esoterically speaking, is esoteric, what we can call, what can we call it? It's like an esoteric, something very different, like Goku. Shout out to Goku. You are watching your animations and you see Goku dropping spirit bombs. Hey, these people are bad, banner. In the name of entertainment. Yeah, Mudaka is taking a walk. We're gonna walk until the end of this video. Hakuna mahali tunaenda, sisi ndio tuko. So now, according to Massachusetts University, Oxford graduates. And you have to pay attention. Why do you have to pay attention? Because the 5 global magical pillars that they use to control the world, education is one of them. So for you to be paid attention to, for you to be listened to, you have to go through their system, which they set to program you to think to what they call a degree for themselves, a PhD for themselves, on how high you can attain your wisdom. So they lock your IQ in their books of spells. Okay? So they using the spells, they lock your IQ. Okay? When you go to Forbidden with the letter 4, there's a guy who he has a channel, he calls it Forbidden 4. Shout out to Forbidden 4. He may not even get it, but sometimes he's going to get it. So for him, he talks about the capping of the DNA. They say that they capped your DNA. They took away your DNA. They took one strand. So what is a strand? A strand is a light. It's a coil. So what is a coil? A coil conducts. So they conducted, okay, a ritual spell on you using spelling and books. And by doing that, they bound one of your strands. Of your DNA strands, spiritually, was bound. How you can bind, you know, like you're supposed to by now know how to bind a demon for 1,000 years. By now you're supposed to know how to bind a demon for 1,000 years. Some demons need to be bound for 10,000 years. You have to know how to do all those rituals. Those are not for beginners. Now, shout out to the subconscious community and all the people who know how to do things God's way. Now, AKA, you can keep binding demons, casting them away for 1,000 years, 10,000 years, and you're not even casting them because of your own self. You're doing it for the people. Okay, dear already. This thing goes deep, okay? But you have to know how to do it. You have to know how to wake them. You have to know how to face these demons. This is deep alchemy. Wow. Now, so they cap it by those terms. Oh, now you have been given a PhD. You have to understand what a PhD means. You have to understand what just those letters mean. Okay? Before your name. Oh, congratulations, I just passed my bar exam. Who set the bar? Did you set the bar? There's no bar you can set for me when it comes to education or knowing life. So fuck your bars. Okay? But they make you pay attention to those things because one of the pillars they use is education. Their education. How they want you to see and interpret everything around the world. Their way, not your way. You cannot do it in an individual way. You cannot do it in a spiritual way. You cannot practicing your spirituality. You cannot be a soul. We want people with no souls. We are going to take away your souls. We are going to drink your soul juice. So you have no soul. You have no solo. The word soul, solo, from single spirit way of thinking at things. You have to be a sheep. You have to conform. You have to follow. You have to subdue. All the way to your news. Oginyo wabe menya guturia maru ne kuga ati mundu guturia maru tumepiga magoti kumepigwa kengere guding 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 etagwo subduing. You are subduing to something above you that you have no idea what that thing is. You are never supposed to subdue. And I'm not even supposed to use the word never, but it just came out. I shouldn't even be using the word never. That's such a powerful word. But you should not get your spirit to a position whereby the only thing you can do is subdue, aka submit, aka allow another mentality, another form, another spirit tell you that that spirit, its way of seeing the world and interacting is better than yours. So they have a bigger mind than you. Shout out to the Jewish community and the magic they practice on you, whereby you think that if you cannot go through their books, through their interpretations, you never get to your literal heaven down here. So you are always in hell, you are always praying, you are always subduing, you are always wailing and gnashing your teeth and going hungry and not manifesting and hating on your brothers and hating on your sisters, hating on your drunk aunties and grandmothers. Mutigeriane na soso wanyu, mutigenyuane na soso wanyu, mutigerane na baba wanyu, hitting on each other because you are all in hell and you are in pain and gnashing your teeth and wailing. The last time I looked around, wailing looks like crying, a crying for help. We are all in hell, but we have different percentages of everything. I'm in a lighter hell, but I'm still in hell. Now, oh, no disclaimer, to your part, yeah, disclaimer. Dayo mo, dayo. Now no to inero de miki gogona kia mo toroma, keroto ma dayo. Thou shout out to Ndemi atene. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Now, dayo kiramo enorea. Let us go at the right side of the, you see, you have to always go to the right side of the road. They always make you do things in the opposite way. After you walk on the left side, nagarisi ya kwanyo sura walk on the left. So you are always compromised. Okay? Because you are always taking the left-hand path. You should always take the left-hand path. But what I mean, you should not do things the right way, the righteous way. But depending on the program, sometimes you have to do things the opposite way to make them right. AKA, I have to walk on the right side of the road, though they say on the left, but for me, it is better because now I can see the cars coming and motorbikes because my eyes are on, and most of my mind are on what I'm making the video. And though I have my guardian angels, that doesn't mean I be careless. I have to remember, at a percentage, we are walking in a world, or we are swimming in a world that is full of spirits. And different spirits comes with different emotions, aka not just feelings, but different motions. We are going to table our motion in parliament, aka they can come as an opposer who is a Satan and decide to oppose what you are doing. But when you're spiritually bigger, that's when you decide that you are not just walking, but you are doing a ritual, aka in your ritual you put in all the right words. As I walk and I'm making this video, may this video be of light, L-I-T-E, things that are not dense. You know by default anything that can make you cry out in pain, where you can condense that frequency into tears, they become dense, means it's a painful experience. And sometimes you may go through a painful experience in life to learn something, which is what you call a lesson. Okay? Now, having known that, so when you are setting your intentions, you have to be very careful and accurate with the words that you are using. AKA, when you are conducting your rituals, you are protecting rituals or whatever life you are going through experiences, aka you are a boda rider who wears no helmet. Shout out to boda helmetless people. Na naona ena helmet gasuriti haria metagwo vichwa ngumu. Kuna mtu anaendesha boda bila pikipiki, huo ni kichwa ngumu. Not just here, even in the spiritual world, huo ni kichwa ngumu. They are hard-headed. AKA, it's not easy to convince them of anything. That is why they are rebels. And to see it in the physical, you can even see Mutiramu Kiwadwaduri Mani Makona Mitomi Muno as a collective. Now, today is Sunday, the day of the sun, the day whereby you express your own individualism, aka on a Sunday, you feel like taking a shower. Okay, haka maguta marek zona, ogono agete maguta. Shout out to our African moms who always made us look best at our Sunday. But we thought we were looking best to go out onto the church. So they practice witchcraft on you, and they know by default the day you are going to feel more like expressing yourself will be on a Sunday, the day ruled by the sun. Okay, so they invert everything and give you a religion and put that day on that day, so that that day, that religion, that bubble, okay, that denomination can tap into the frequency of you expressing yourself. All the way to the point you're expressing yourself. Now you're even bringing in drums. A frequency. You are jumping. A different tone. In a hymn. Golden. Okay? For them, they are doing what you call hymning. Rhyming. To rhyme is to hymn, is to rhythm. It has a Y. It has a wave. It has to be wavy. And anything that has a wave, a frequency that is maintained, it's a program. It's a timeline. And that is how you know when you're giving deities or entities that you have no business doing, when you are going to use your Sunday, the day of your expressing self, to something else that is external out of you because you feel you have no power. Shout out to Magutama Bareki. Shout out to Magutama Bareki, all this castaway. I'm saying, now, talking yetako, Daddy Ganero. Shout out to castor oil. You know that sea is a container. It has contained that mbogo. Oko kwena gethia. Ati wakora gethia ni kia duka citu ndugagikure. You know what I'm saying? Kwena gethia guku. No, ni white eucalyptus. Mamu meta magorokia. Marikira kia mo mega kiega muno. Itari kia dwa kawaida. AKA on other vibes. Now Nidhayo kangeve wawa boy. So yeah, this is the point to share the video, you know. This is the point to share the video. This is the point you like the video. So I realize that you people don't even know how to use the gadgets that you have. So the white people who give you these gadgets don't even teach you how to use Facebook. They don't teach you how to use YouTube. Now, every time you are watching a video and it has a thumbs up, this is a whole ritual in itself. Nikiora modo nikwega, nikio modo akoragia. Is everything? How is everything? Everything is thumbs up. No ginyo menya kiriragia kiarage kina moko ukoja cia ici ingi. Na iki kirathana niki. Na wathie box watu ikate giki nikio kiohaga ici ingi nigetha ukagia na strong fist. Wathi kwi mwe Africa ukona rugamitie good. Shout out to the Pan Africanism. You all got it wrong. Age marugamitio atu ni Mandela, a close fist. Now, when you like a video, what you are doing is that you are boosting it on the algorithm. Because what it means I like this this video, okay? Now those likes is not even for the program, it's not even for the viewership. No, that like as a collective, when you hit that like, the algorithm, the world algorithm, boosts those kind of videos to come to your area, so that for them they don't care about the boys here behind. They don't care about what you're talking about. They only care about viewership, so that they can throw in their adverts. Okay? So when you hit like, and the more you have these kind of videos allowed, the more you are also calling upon other esoteric teachers and people who can speak about spiritualism. So this is actually what you call the act of summoning a spirit. Okay? Na nikioma kuiraga, hit that star. If you hit that thumb sign, if you like the star, that is why now, who are the people they give you as the stars? They give you people like, you know who in music. I don't even like to give them any energy. Fuck them. I'm not even going to give their names energy. But I'm talking about the superstars in the music who have plastic surgery on their for their behinds. They have Botox on their lips. Everything is fake about them, to the point even their boobs are just paper bags full of what you call saline and everything. Plastic people, fake people. But these are the people who are on top of the world. Why? Because when they practice a spell on you, and they know by default that you love validation. Every spirit loves to be called a god. So every spirit loves to be validated. So when you find a video has 20 likes you don't like, but if you are browsing and you see a video has 1 million likes, automatically you like, even if you don't know whether it's bullshit, because you want to be validated. You want to the other millions to see, oh, Jagamo the corner can they like. That is what is called validation. That is what it means when we say that all demons love to be called gods, all the way to down to Jagamo the corner. But when you are doing it the God's way, aka you have no ego, you are not doing it for likes. Meaning, I'm not going to stand here and start making useless videos about semen retention, because I know what that means. But since, for example, I will know ati githondeka video ya riri ya semen retention riri na ndijarage spirituality riri andu magukena mone kuve ginya kuhiga ni kwega. No, you are doing it the wrong way, because you are doing it not for what it is, or to teach, or but you are doing it for validation, for the likes. Okay? This is good for you also. Okay? Ono ginyo wakidi na meigua kidu yothe ko na indo njega nigikoragwo na meigua nayo meigua ya protection. For example, the people who do choose the rituals, you can eat these fruits for your Tuesday rituals, your Mass day. Nikiona ginya muti ungi urora wega ni ona ni uratuneha, ona ginya meigua yaguo ni mitune. This is all mass energy. Kidu yothe kina meigua. Then when you are doing your rituals and your intentions and you are facing to the corner of your house, everyone should know what it means to have a south node by now. What is a south node? What is the southern hemisphere? Which side is south in your house? Nyumba-ini yaku ri ni mwena uriku south ni ku? South ni naku? Shout out to south. Now, onyige turia kiria energy ya masanini no tugere mutaro eni, which reminds me, tukigera mutaro uyu, my dream and the actual reason for this video. When you become spiritually aware, when you become a solo spirit, individual, soul, you are practicing your individuality. The heart of the video is serious. This is going to be deep, okay? Now, when you practice spiritualism and now you become a single spirit, a solo spirit, aka one of a kind, aka you have your own mind within the other minds. What do I mean? You are what? Jegawa Mudaka, Atida Akiwa, you are soul group. Solo spirit, highly vibrating as an individual in spirituality, but now you are vibrating in what you call spaces within spaces with other species that are like you. AKA, like attracts like. When you like the video, you are attracting a like the video. AKA, you are attracting a person who is speaking like Jegawa Mudaka. Do you get the rituals and how they, they practice these things on you? But for them, they give energy to what they want to summon down here. So what spirit do they want to summon down here? They want to bring a spirit whereby they keep you distracted as they continue keeping you under their rules, keeping you under their knees, always begging, always in trials and tribulations, always following their ways, their directives, how they are directing you to see the world. Do you get it? So that's a whole ritual that is practiced on the whole world. This is what we call global witchcraft on the people. Now, when you are distracted by that, which is now entertainment, remember the first one I called it religion. Oh, education. I started with education. Now I've showed you how they do it in music. You already know how they do it in religion. You already know how they do it in politics, aka my country is here, or this is this protectorate, this is belongs to France, this is belong, all those bullshit. So those are their 5 global magical. The other one is business, how to conduct business. You can only conduct business their way. You can only buy with their money. All the way now, you can only pay with their visa. Now you are going to only have and do the only thing you can do. You are going to buy with their Bitcoin. So you never have anything that is yours. So all that bullshit of Africa is great is nothing. You are under spiritual enslavement, spiritually speaking. This is not about, oh, you have melanin, we are strong. What has your melanin done for you? Yesterday I was in a whole argument for 2 hours with a certain group, some certain woke group, I'm saying there's nothing like an atom. We had an argument for 2 hours, saying according to a book, according to a title, according to carbon dating. What is carbon dating to you? Or, 6 million years ago. What is 6 million years ago if you cannot remember 400 years ago? 400 years, shout out to that Rasta music. It's not what you do, it's how you do it, but you are doing it wrong. Everyone is wrong. Even the Rasta is wrong. Even the Maat community is wrong. Maat is nothing but Libra. Maat is that constellation of Libra, whereby the day is equal to the night. That is why Libra, the wings are equal. It's all the story about Libra. Now, shout out to the Maat people, you can stay lost. Thou shalt not cast stones at Jegawa Mudhaka. You stay in your lostness. Wacha mtu akae kwa yake. Now, so when you know, now as an individual, that when you are liking that, and I showed you, when you are liking the video, when you are liking the content, you are driving the algorithm, but the algorithm is not the people, the algorithm is you. Remember, the algorithm is how you behave. The AI doesn't know anything. The AI responds to how you do everything. If you are always hitting Pornhub, the AI creates an algorithm whereby every time you put P on your computer, it's Pornhub, the first one. So if in your Google, you're always Googling post-election. The moment you put P in your phone, it's going to bring post-election. You get what I'm saying? So the algorithm responds to the people. So depending on how the people are touching the like button in a location, that is how the algorithm responds and gives them most of that, aka connects each one, teach one now. Now we are doing the whole each one, teach one. Now we are doing teamwork, make the dream work. Now we are practicing individualism, aka spirituality, where each and everyone, kure guothe ari nogo wake na spirituality yake, ni turamu summon agoka. That's how you summon spirits with global magical ones, which is what you call a blackmailer in your hand, and you put in likes and numbers and everything. So they make you practice in spiritual witchcraft without you knowing. And that's how they keep you in rulership. Through their books, spelling, through the entertainment, how to play, how to react, to the point they trained you how to laugh. Do you know you have been taught how to feel happy? You have been taught how happiness should feel like. You don't even know happiness. None of you knows how to be happy. Otherwise, every day outside there, I see so many unhappy people smiling in their big cars, but they are not happy. They are just smiling. You don't even know how to be happy. They even programmed you how to be happy, aka they create programs and they laugh in the program. Uga ni comedy ati okay waka kaundu kugatiuma funny but they laugh so gatheka ginya ndwigura kuragwo githungu no ni uratheka because you want to be validated because you are a demon who follows the light and the light is what the people are doing so tondu endo tigwo na thutha andu matheka ugatheka ati comedy okay wo matheka TV ni na ugatheka gakuria nikie mauga adinanyita hau wega so what is this now? Can't you see they are practicing witchcraft on all of you? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you are the one who is weak because you're supposed to be in the world but not of the world. You are supposed to be here when they are practicing that, but that doesn't get practiced on you. So you're able to see it. You're able to understand that that is not how it should be to be happy. Okay? So when they make a movie, they are coaching you in everything. So they make a movie. Then inside the movie, at a certain scene, they play a music, some keyboard, they play with your frequency. Ati ginya no irethe ne mahora na nduramiona witoro kamenya hu hena guo ati hu hena guo yeah they programmed you to listen to a frequency and then they attach it to a scene so they taught you to fear. You have nothing of your own. Ndio ituraha ati agane you don't know anything, hakuna kitu unajua, you know nothing because you are nothing, and that's how you should be. You should know nothing. You should watch. But you are not, you are in the world, but you are not of that world because you know that is bullshit. Because when in this life, aka people will be backstabbing you. They laugh with you on the face. They pretend they are together, they are so group, but behind you, they are stabbing you in the back. Aka, they are laughing at you when you're in trouble. They are laughing at you when you're crying for help. They are laughing at you when you're down. But they create everything as a program, aka using one of their global magical ones, which is entertainment, another pillar that they use. So they teach you how to laugh, they teach you how to smile, they give you a movie, and using the frequencies, they make it look orgasmic. They make people smile in the movie, like, oh, he's the victor, he's the king, he has saved people, so he's holding the head of his enemy, but he is the king, he has the sword. And you know the sword, what it means spiritually. A sword is any time you are coming with higher thoughts. Nikio mudu erago judgment with the sword. Nikio king arero ati etiri siana we umezaa 10 ya mama ate. We uko na matiti mzuri sana kama yenye jega wa mudhaka anapenda. Hata hizo ni tudogo. Na tuonyondo twaku ne tonini baby. Na tuoneki nikurira nie ndirarira. Ino jega wa mudhaka ne kujaji ni mubui. Don't hate the messenger. So akirora kiona nyondo ici ne iria tunyondo twina iria tunini twothe ni twega kinina kinene giothe ni gitu. So akiruta sword akiuga rehe mwana ucio ndimutini na sword ti sword yo iria tiagitie givanga. But you see, they know how to program you. Etago Jewish intellect, Masonic art, maosoria mundu ina giswodi. So na Jewish mysticism ati ndeto icio ndungicimenya ukerwo ati cia thi no ati ici ni ciana ku iguru ati ici cia mutwe waku riu we ukona mundu anyititwo mwana na gicudi ati akienda gutemwo itondu Masonic art ni yoka ya gucorera gibuku-ini kiretwo gia Jehovah Witness. Riu ukona hey ucio muthamaki ari it is the sword. What is esoterically, spiritually, what is the sword? No hau ni kumenya uguo ni kuga atia shout out ginya thuria makorwo na kindu gitagwo rao. Utiri mundu utari kahiu gake ginya muciarithania ni ari rweji rwake. Utiri mundu utari rweji rwake. A sword. And some men have their sword between their legs. Their swords can cut harder and sharper than any other swords. Now, because they can create, they can transform. You can transform with your dick. You can transform a girl's life. Atori ariraga maundu magita mau. Or you can fuck the right kiria utonga uke kwa nyogo no how to. So now so they program you on how to think this is what happiness is. So modosi ya conquer mukona, it is good to conquer with a sword. It is good to take over lands. But since as a collective, as an AI, as an algorithm, you are adding on to that with your thoughts after being programmed, so you are okay when a king invades another country and conquers. But this goes deep. This is not for small minds. They make you practice in what is called global witchcraft. Ati kaoka wale kare ninyu murakahe hinya tondu mura practice ogocio spiritually tondu ni mura believe in that. all the way to the people who believe in something they have never seen. I don't believe in nothing. I believe in everything, but I believe in nothing. Let's keep it moving. So, aya, ino bogo yuma ya kiroto wa muthaka. Uikarite thio mahe kiroto ni undu wa mutaro. Onaguo wetagwo muharangware. Muti uyu wetagwo muharangware uyu. Na urikirira kiagu wetagwo muharangware. Muharangware ona ginya indo cirahara. Muharangware no ukuhare. No ukuhare ngware. Asubuhi ngware na no ginya ugakimenya nayo ngware ni nyamu iriku na iraharwo igithie ku na ikaga tene iriaga ki na ikaraga ku na ikona ciana cigana tuciare tuigane ta ngara na kamwe maundu ta maugu reretwo ngware no reretwo ngara no is the same frequency. Riu no wajia kumenya riu we no wajia kuhiga we no wajia kwenjerera kirira na njira yaku we no wajia kwiyuria atiriri ngware ri turerwo we muharangware niki ngware ni ndu iharagwo ikiumago kuna ikaraga ku iciaratwo na tuhana ati ihithaga ku makumbi iriaga ki uguo ni kuga ati kuikara rungu rwa tiri ndumaini imagego mahana ati iguoyo hana ati emutango hana ati ematu mahana ati aka you have eyes to hear and ears to see ati ikarite guku thi huko niraigua na matu wakinyukia ikaigua ni uroka ti kuigua ikona hari ori ikamenya we hau ikie hari hau mbere urera unu ugawe mutegi wa huko nona hau akinyira atono wana gikia haha I have ears to see ni ndakuona the five senses and they made your two senses sleep. You know the seven candlestick ria mugathore kikona misuma mugwaja. We okay, the five common senses. Hey, what about the other two? Sieke musuma ineki ukimusuma kia okina makina misuma mugwaja. The seven candle lamp. Wathi thene meretaga American gods ni ukiona hau. Kuna angi magitaga gaminar. Wathi kwi Muyahudi na kio. Wathi kwi mujiru nake nake mujiru ari ginya na 12. 12 ni ithatu. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 ni 6 ni 9. So that is androgynous. That is the center. So how ni wajagia kumenya kigogo na kire rumirire. Na bado tikio. No na kiura bado uga nikio. Bado tikio. Nagayo. Bado tikio. Nitakio no tikio. Okay? Nitakio no tikio. So nikiriku. Nikiria we uwe. Who said you don't know? Who took your power away? So are you telling me that you came from God and you are powerless? Then you must have come from a powerless spirit. And fuck that spirit. Because me, I come from a powerful spirit. Hey, me, I come from a powerful spirit. Me, I leave marks in the world where I go. I'm leaving footprints in the sand. And my footprints are so bright that my ancestors can be guided by my spirits. AKA, spirits that were here before me. Shout out to my spiritual predecessors. Okay? Who are good. And shout out to all the spiritual predecessors who are before me. Who mean me no harm. And who can learn from me. Okay? Each one teach one. So, my footprints, remember, they are gone in the reverse. Meaning, they were birthed into other realms. They went through death, transformation. So they moved on. Okay, well, he has moved on. He has moved on. Okay? Na ya mukorobeo doka record you horo ko move on. Ona ya mukorobeo we na duda. Power of the jigo. You see, I noticed it's an avocado tree with nice hanging avocados. Power of the jigo. So you have to notice. Nikiona mutumia na itina riga ukenia ni undu wa kiria kia duda gucuha. Okay? Nikio ria thio guo ri no guo ria ukeni. Uri urona ikorobea ria rikinyo ni ruhuo. Look. Iyo ni wetagwo twerking. If you're a woman and you want to know how to twerk, you don't know how to twerk unless you go outside when it's windy and watch an avocado tree or a mango tree and see how the fruit is moving. If you know how to twerk and become the best in the world, go watch fruit swinging in the trees. You become the best twerker, esoterically speaking. Not fake ya gutida moina rugaro methaini oguo uturaga rugaro methaini. The only famous get no get fame ya ukinya TikTok. Hey, bed over. When will you twerk the right way? Nature's way. You shout out to the fruits. And the power of the jiggle. Remember, women are walking vibrations, and the men are the frequency. Hey, now look at these interesting things. So this tree is very red. It has fruits. These fruits are very red. When you smear them with your finger, everything becomes red. Okay? What is red? By default, you know that red means mass energy. It's passion. Okay? Ne passionate. Ne bara. Ne all that energy of the red, ne dangerous. Stop. Red sign. Ne a lot of it. So red on a color spectrum is a color spectrum. Todo inyo mutigimesa mwesi iriekera mumenya niki no ginya mundu oke akurutire ibuku riake amete para spectrum akwire ati red niyo ikoragwo na the highest vibration or color, at it has the biggest wavelength. Red has the biggest wavelength. No, it's because red is mass energy, which is passion, the planet of war, mass. Okay, shout out to Iron Man with his suit, which is red, which is passion, to be passionate. When you get passionate yourself, you become red. He became red, angry, passion, a lot of passion. Okay, anger, it's vigor, it's movement. Shout out to my girls who turn red when I spank them. A lot of energy is happening, transformation, palm to balm. And then you put some oil on them, they more boy. Now, warikia kumenya oguo ni ukimenya kire gitumaga twakinya atia kwa marangi wa muthaka tukoragio roriko muthini wene Sunday wene kwi express men ati dokiwa mutaratara uriku ranjuria wa muthaka mutaratara uriku wa muthaka uranjuria ukwenda guthondekere title ukwenda gwandikire riu Bible no riu ni ko title yaku gwandikire chapter 1 verse 1 to 4 haha ugio verse 6 to 7 wandike karatathi. We don't do that here. Hapana, we don't do that. We go live. We don't follow a program. AKA, we didn't sit down and think of a program. It's all free. It's all flowing. It's all live. Live and direct. They live live and direct. Not some recorded shit. I refuse to do recorded shit. I'm saying so. Tumako. Wakiroto. Akiune gumwira muthenya ungi kana mathaa mangi. Kade muhutirie. So now, when you go to the sleeping world, waya wakoma, waune kumenya ati ni kuri kindu gitagwo sleepwalking, sleep paralysis, hena gisietagwo ijana mwasi hira marĩtwa. You give them names, they make you create that thing. Ukaigua mundu agikwira ati ni akoragwo na insomnia, ukoragwo nayo ni ndu iyo, ukoragwo nayo ku tatari program ukoragwo nayo wakiguire ni kuri insomnia na muthenya ucio no ukorwo njata ciaku cia riu ni gukorwo ukirite no ukorwo transition ya hindi iyo ni undu wa njata kuria ciigirite Mars, Venus. What year was that where you embraced that because you couldn't sleep? You called it insomnia, took pills, and now you say you have insomnia as a program that you had attached to yourself instead of detaching and being free and becoming lighter. So now you are heavier, more dense, more sunkier, more in the hell, more in Sheol, more of the world. Instead of being in the world, you are of the world. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you have to understand life. Then you can find the Bible, find the title, find the Quran, find the... Everything else comes after life. You're supposed to learn from life. Your own learning. You go outside and you sit down, you look in the skies. You're supposed to learn from people. Okay? Lessons. Keyword, learn from them, not become them. You're supposed to learn from life, but don't become that life. You're supposed to learn from that Bible, that title, but don't become that Bible, that title. AKA, the Bible is not teaching you to do like the Bible. No, it's a deep esoteric book that is teaching you on what happened to the people who did that in that cycle. So you are supposed not to practice what those practice to experience those things. You're supposed not to have regrets, like Roth becoming a pillar of salt. And you're not supposed to become a pillar of salt. You're supposed to go and take your pillar and dilute it and drink it. AKA, saline water to give you back life. But you're becoming salty, you're full of revenge, you're full of looking back. Instead of taking that regret, diluting it, making it easy, meaning it doesn't cost me nothing, it was a lesson, I keep it moving, and you drink on that juice becomes your power. That juice becomes your motivation. Shout out to the people who make motivation videos. If you want to make motivation video, talk to Jagawa Muthaka. I show you how to do motivation videos, esoterically speaking. So you are taking your 2 pillars of salt, that Lord's salt, you being salty, you being regretful, always looking back, always complaining, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, which is in the past. Well, you're supposed to take those pillars of salt, dilute them, alchemy in your mind, make it light, dilute it with whatever you want to add to it. Okay? Na nikionaga mundu ri ariturwo ni maundu matuika crystallize into a pillar of salt, athia kuma drown na gacohi. No ndungioya njohi wikire cumbi utukani no ikurura makiria. Wathi ukadalute tine kurakari ne koro nyamarigo nie ne nyuanga njohi no nyuanga nigo ndikirie marakara. You see? Uranywa urikirie marakara, urakiuga uranywa urikirie marakara. No waino ko karuta bara. Tondu cumbi na njohi no citwarane. No nginya umenye niki kidairuta cumbi. Sube wathe sube no igataga maundu kaigua wetherie na sube no atemo handu kira sube ni agutiga kura kura rain, you know, rain umenye kindu kiraiteka ni kindu kira flow. To rain is to flow. Nikio raigua ni ndiranyesha ni ndira flow. I have a flow. Shout out to the women. Ukaigua we no atemo handu kero ikira sube nigetha the blood to stop flowing. Okay, so salt can be used to stop something from flowing. Nikio riria wagia injury watwaro thibitari wikiragwo mai saline water. Okay, ukogerwo mai na riria uraharo ukaheo oral salt, ukerwo nyua oral salt. Ni kuharwo uraharo no uranywa mai ma cumbi nigetha kioro kiume. You know what I'm saying? Eno how to tukire. So tuma haria hakiria ha ona ni thirire data no ni kurekia video no. Tuma haria hakiria wa muthaka tuma ha atigane yobogo. So that's how you know. You take your pillar of salt, you dilute it, and you drink it. AKA, it becomes your fuel. No go kore hado ha muhemeane uria no kuheano esoterically speaking in the Bible. Break it down for the people. You make a pillar of salt out of Masonic art and Jewish intellect appear like egasoro modo otwikete higari ya sube. Something that is dense. Ati egasoro ikaretio. Do inyuere as a program, as an AI algorithm. Tonyitaga aka kanyoni. Oka. Ilega nga oka. So as an algorithm, aureto giathie muno no nyoni na guru ni maguoya na mathaguru na nona kena masena je ne katune kaya mwita kanyoni kaja ruka agiatomba tombe hu hanyu ta chupa hauja igera kwamba kubatha ici. So as an algorithm now, as a collective now, so you take that energy and you crystallize that frequency into a pillar of salt. So now in this world, you create such a huge pillar of salt, ginya thimu ndingigera through. Uguo ni kuga ati mundu ucio naikorera thimu ndungioya. Ira mundu ucio ekorera thimu we ndungioya. Ni higa ria cumbi riria wina rio ria regret. Uriona kindu kia higa gikioya thimu. Uriona thanamu ikiaria na thimu. Okay? So now riu ari warigia kumenya ukamenya ayaya andu amatuthakagira atia tiko guthakira we ni wotoe guthoma ibuku no ni moe guthoma ibuku o ni moe iga riu ria cumbi kaundu kau ni moya magakoroga makanywa magaikarania uguo ni kuga atia uguo ni kuga ati nginya Uhuru nyinetitwo ngui ni Babu Owino ni aramuohera ni undu wa siasa ni moe rituals icio acio ni moe the Bible na nikio main rulership we no otoe muturire we no subdue na guturia maru eto ni ucorairwo ru nyingi hell kundu kwina mundu uragara andu na iciko wa make crystallize to the point even now you are going through hell. If you're not going through hell, send me something. If you're not going through hell, send me something. You see, we are in hell. You may think you are doing okay, but you are not. Because you sending something makes you feel like you are going through hell. You have gone through hell to secure that something. Do you know how the hell I've gone through to get this money? You see, you have gone through hell. No nä tå gä teithia maå ndå maya na tå thothoke na matworohie na so group nenehe na thä othe andå mokä re na andå magä å kä ra tå kä aragia å horo wa mwaka wa ituä ka aka generational change na generational change nayo yå kaga na kä ndå gä tagwo the shift okay na the shift nayo yå kaga na as above so below kå rä a wathani nä wacenjanirie wanjie gå cenjania 2009 2012 rä a maugaga thä mayan ĩyo nĩ kalenda yao tũkĩte ũguo all the way to 2009 niho nyingĩ andũ mokĩra mũno nyingĩ 2019 nyingĩ kwagĩa na shift ingĩ 2019 20 and 21 now year 6 keyword year 6 so we had a 3 now we are in year 6 aka on the 4th 5th and 6th dimension ũũ nĩguo mwaka ũcio this is year 6. This is year all the way to the 6th dimension. So in this year, you can tap into the 6th dimension, aka you can create something never seen before. It's not a time to copy. Akatiga ukovia M-Pesa. Aturia higura M-Pesa na ukovia M-Pesa. Uri higura kao, shuka higura kao. Uri ga container, okay ga container. You are missing the point. You are supposed to each one pitch one. Tuone ugote idhania. Uri higura container ri. Ukamwa nuri ha container ye. Na nidire ha lori si. Cia kuya gĩoko gĩtheri nayo agĩoko rĩ na nĩ ngũiga indo cia hydraulic ũguo nĩguo andũ mateithanagia not go compete but the world is about competition atĩ nginya kawĩra ka gasi no nginya arĩa mathanaga thĩ makoe makaruta gasi ciao magacihaka mĩtũngi ya pink mwaki ndũrĩ watuĩka pink no nĩ ũgo pink is passion so by default nĩ mũrakenio nĩ kariko kau ka pink to pink nĩ Venus nĩ love and appreciation no inyuĩ mũtirona ũguo inyuĩ mũne tũrahirwo gasi ya pink ageretwo ngakĩ no mwene watuĩria mwene ũkauga oh shit wara wa position ile ũkauga oh shit no mũrauga nĩ wanyu no akũra nĩ wanyu nĩ mwĩwe kĩndũ gĩtagwo shape shifters nĩ mwĩhe kĩndũ gĩtagwo ku blend ngarĩrĩ shout out to mũhĩrĩga wa Ngari nĩ nyamũ ĩmwe ĩngĩthiĩ rũgame handũ ndũngĩmĩona tondũ nĩ ĩrĩ madoa nĩ ĩrĩ spots. Those spots make it blend to its background so you can't see it. It's called the power of camouflage and that is for an animal. Animal ĩthĩ gũkĩra we ĩrathiĩ na magũrũ mana ndĩngĩhota kũrũgama na magũrũ merĩ ĩrathiĩ na magũrũ mana ĩna nginya mũtang'oe ndĩrĩ yarĩkia gũte mũtang'oe no nginya stabilize na mũtang'oe physical. Vertebrae ciao nĩ nyingĩ aka mahĩndĩ mayo na tithate thiri nĩ maingĩ no nĩ rehitha wega handũ no we ndũngĩhota kwĩhitha handũ we ndũngĩhota gwĩka ũguo waku ũtakwĩhitha. Here's your message. High vibes. Okay? High vibes. We ndũngĩhota kwĩhitha handũ wĩke maũndũ manene. You are supposed to be in the world but not of the world, aka teamwork makes the dream work. You are not supposed to be competing with anyone. You are supposed to be complementing everyone and working with everyone. Na nikiona kwao wathi kwao as an example ukoraga o mundu ni ariro ria specializaga ukaigua ucio kaga ki roof cleaning ucio nake akaga ati ucio ni plumber ucio akaga ati ucio ni lawn mower ucio nake akaga ati ucio specialty yake ni clearing snow kia gitagwo specialization aka gutiri mundu wagaga wira kwao no riu weri guku renda indo ciothe wina mukawa wina M-Pesa wina car wash wina pima weight How ina pima weti na kanyamuka karati na gaita customer dawa ya minyo, you are everywhere. You are not even specializing. So you have a small mind. You are not even growing. While when you do it God's way, aka you find what you resonate with. What is my career path? And this is what they do in Japan and China. And that is why you are behind. Because for them, they pay attention to the detail. The child is born all the way down to the time, the hour, the minutes, and the seconds. No si anyure. Ona mutiririkanaga birth certificate ikandikwo mathaa ma uciarwo ni gana mathaa gutiri mundu wamenyire tondu na gutiari muciarithania wa kurora maundu mo magikika roho ucio uguka guku. So mwana ucio na ndewe njata yake ndoe royo ngimwendera na kono arerwo akionagio njata yake ari o munini ni aku gravitate towards what they love. They become specialization nigetha akamenya gana no tap frequency ya mundu uria mwitaga Elon Musk. Okay, na frequency ya Elon Musk no the same frequency ya mundu uria wa thitima mwetaga Austin Ganetaga atia. This Nikola Tesla is just a frequency that your child can also tap into and come up with their own innovations, and they become the next millionaires. And you stop being slaves, claiming you are powerful because you have melanin and you are black and you have no power. Now you want to go back and forth with Jegamodaka for 2 hours saying that number 13 is powerful. If number 13 is powerful, why don't you use it as a black man and become powerful? Aga according to carbon dating, aga 13 is this. Okay, okay, at 13 is 12 plus 1. Who said 13 is 12 plus 1? When you talk of 12, we are talking of a different frequency. We are talking about you as an individual becoming relatable. Then you're adding it to 1 to call it 13. How is that 13 now? That's a different thing. 1 plus 2 is 3 in geometry. 1 plus 3 is 4. When you practice this as a ritual now, when you're breaking down in a magic square, then it becomes 1, you, your individual self, acting out in your third dimension or your surroundings, which is 3, okay? But you're doing that, but the compound of it is geometry, number 4. So instead of you tapping into the 4th dimension, you are pulling that energy, aka you are tapping into the third or to the 4th dimension energy or frequency, but you're bringing it down to the 3D, okay? So you don't want to go there. You don't want to go to the 4th dimension. You want to use that energy of number 4, the 4th dimension, but you want to do it at number 13, aka taking your individuality and putting yourself in that surrounding, number 13. That is why they take it away from lifts. That is why they call it evil, so that you don't know how to use it. So when urathi wakora ati wi groove ine na groove ino ati ni andu mareta groove fulani ati ndio andu marorete ruriri ati spirituality maragio nawe uguo ukona everyone is a spiritual baby here. It's like you are alone in this world. Ukarigwo, how dumb, how can you tell me 13 is 12 plus 1? No, you said it. 12 when you add 1 becomes 13, so that's not 13. The moment you say 12, 1, 2, 1, 12, the first word have created a sigil, a number, 12 plus 1. You are adding, you are adding 1, a plus, an addition to that to make it 13. So that's not original. But when you're talking of number 13, the original, there's no adding anything. It's there in its energy of 1 plus 3, which is 4. AKA, your individuality, putting it in your surroundings. Okay? Okay, your triangle. Triangle angle so that's called siga naine. Use your kona ine. Siga kohe angle 60 60 60 180. Kiyorona na bere. Na nete no na very 60. Everything has a yin and yang, aka your 180, your line, your straight line, your timeline, what you can see and bring to your timeline has its own yin, has its own opposite. But at this particular moment, that's not what we are looking at. So what is on your timeline? How do they do that? Now, when they utilize the energy of 13 in their programs, in their movies, do where we pay attention to aka protect yourself, okay? Because it's safe to go out there, you need to cover your noses and all that bullshit as an individual, but you want to go out to your surroundings, but you can't go, aka you can stay at home and order your food. Wakiwa wina hello food, nihura hello food ya kurehere irio. So you can stay at home and order everything. You can shop from the comfort of your sitting room. So you're expressing your individuality in a surroundings, what is surrounding you, but you are doing it while still at home. Though you should be tapping into the fourth dimension. What is number 4? Which is masculine. So that energy of number 4, instead of tapping into it directly, aka, instead of you going direct to the fourth dimension and bringing that energy and frequency down, you do it going through number 13. Okay? Aka 1 on your 333. Or your 3, which is 9. So you are taking that 1, your individuality, and you are using it to express yourself in your surroundings. So you are doing it very low. Instead of going direct to the number 4 and tapping into that. Okay? There. Now, need to cross the road. Need to cross the road. Need to cross the road, motherfucker. Nice. So, that's how they do it. Ogyoka kujira tutire tukiagio 1 hour 2 hours, a whole WhatsApp group ina do dam maragio kindu mataramenya na mundu netikagira ndoe na ndiramurega muno aikoro ndoe rugai mutioe, just say you don't know. Just say it's healthy to say I don't know, because when you say I don't know, that's when you know. Knowing. For you to know something, you have to say no. What do you mean no? No, I didn't know that. So now you know. Shout out to Jagamo Takamobo Bariabu, Nemo there, any other Agiamao, Matia Puterad. So go to hear a video how thank you for coming for the morning mock. Go see how Hana Wakoro Messidia, Waigua Okoro, Corona Mary. No, do the how. Waigua. No waigua wako ginya wahuriro wahuriro tu wigwire no amunywo na meri haria warutwo kombo-ini ungi haria no waturwo mutwe na ndinakwira wiki oguo no riu ri unlearn the bullshit you had learned and learn for yourself. Be light, not light as the utheri, LITE, aka less dense, so that you can rise as an awareness, aka expand, aka tap into new spaces within spaces. Na maundu magita mau. So kuri thayo ndone komisi anyu iria njega wiyende mbere na keep expressing yourself, keep expressing your individuality, keep practicing your spirituality. This world is full of distractions, noise, entertainment, chords, frequencies that are against you. Even though I walk through the valley and the shadow of death, I shall fear no thing. I shall fear no other spirit. Because I'll have my own spirit, my own individual way of seeing the world, the spirit way, soul. No, it was Solomon. Sol, S-O-L, neriwa. Twarikia no igire kindu gitagwo Google. Igire Google Scholar, uhigure S-O-L, define S-O-L, egukura ni sol na neriwa. Sol. Solomon temple. Na the other here mon, ni ukura ni moon. So ni Solomon, ni sun and moon. Na yote tugitidawo witu iraha omuthenya ati your body is my temple, my one and only temple. You are living out. So is the Telemon temple, so the sun and moon temple. The masculine and the feminine. Your sun and moon temple. You are two pillars. You are Adam and Eve. You are Gikuyu na Mombi. You are Shiva and Vishnu. You are Allah and the small baby girl. Or you are Makaba. Or you are Lilith. kana you a whole of imenti. It's all the same thing. Kuri thayo? Ni thayo.